Senator, you handled a bill today. You had a hearing today on a bill that would basically prevent DEP from going ahead and adopting flood rules that they have proposed that have been very controversial. Right. And that's kind of unusual that you would step in advance and stop something that hadn't been promulgated or hadn't been adopted yet. Why don't you tell me why the legislature feels it's important to do that? And if you don't mind, just go right on and tell me what happened here today at your committee.
Sure.
Yeah.
The legislature in the last session, at the end of the last session, passed concurrent resolutions, both in the Senate and the Assembly, that said that the proposed flood rules by the NJDEP were violative of legislative intent. In other words, the original laws that we passed with regard to floods and wetlands and waterways and whatever, stream buffers, that though the legislative intent of those laws were being violated by these proposed rules. In the Constitution, there is a provision for the legislature to, in effect, overturn any rules, whether they're proposed or adopted. In December of last year, 2015, both the House and the Senate passed concurrent resolutions to overturn those rules or prevent them from going into effect. The Constitution requires that we do it twice, and also hold hearings. So at today's meeting of the Senate Environment and Energy Committee, we held our hearing and had on the agenda the release of Senate Concurrent Resolution 66, which is the analog to the resolution we passed in the last session. What we did today was hold a hearing. At the hearing, the Department of Environmental Protection came forward and said that they would like the opportunity to try and revise the rules in light of the comments that were received by this committee and others, indicating the very controversial aspects of some portion of the rules. And our committee today thought it appropriate to complete the hearing, which is a constitutional requirement, but to hold the concurrent resolution until the May meeting, give the DEP the opportunity to clean up the rules, and if they have sufficiently cleaned up the rules, the environmental issues that we're very concerned about, in that case you would allow them to stand. On the other hand, if they don't clean them up properly, then we will overturn the rules. So I think this was the reasonable approach today, because you really, if you can, you don't want government fighting with itself. You want to have the legislative branch and the executive branch working together, but the environment can't be sacrificed. So we're going to give them the opportunity to clean it up. We'll see what they come back with, and at that point we'll make the final decision whether we're going to overturn the rules or not.
All right. Thank you very much.